Hello, welcome back to Formula One 2025. It's sprint qualifying for the Chinese Grand Prix. The only practice session of the Chinese Grand Prix is already over, and by the pace that we saw from the McLarens, Norris is the favorite to take the pole for this first sprint race of the 2025 season. There are two DRS zones on the Shanghai circuit. The sprint qualifying will begin momentarily. We'll have to see how the rookies perform on this track, as it's a very new track for all of them except Jack Doohan, because he is the only one who has driven on this track in previous years. Everyone else is fairly new to the track. There is tremendous pressure on Liam Lawson to perform because he didn't have a very good first practice session of the Chinese Grand Prix. So he will be very fired up to perform, and at least his target will be first to qualify Q1 and move into the top 15. Lando Norris was fastest. His time was 1:31.504. It was very quick. It was quicker than a mile from the time that was set last year by Max Verstappen. The track is new, it's very grippy, so we can see a lot of tire drag, not in the quali sessions but especially on the Sunday race, as we saw during the practice session that Kimi and Antonelli, he was complaining of blistering on the front left, which gets a major pounding in this circuit as it is a front-ended circuit. Qualifying just moments away. The cars are lining up in the pit lane and waiting for the green signal at the end of the pit lane. Everyone is ready to go on track, as we only have 12 minutes for this qualifying session as compared to the traditional conventional session, which has about 15 minutes, and it's green light, and the first quali session for the 2025 sprint Grand Prix is underway. First on track is Antonelli, then followed by Russell. Nobody is waiting. Medium tires, the tire selection for this, it's mandatory. It's medium tires. The first main target is to get a lap as soon as possible, because there might be a red flag and it might definitely hamper your time that you set, which might lead to you being disqualified. Antonelli is coming to turn 9, and he'll be the first one to start a flying lap, followed by his teammate Russell, and then Bordello, then Sonoda, and then we have our last year's champion Max Verstappen on track. Mercedes also looks strong. George Russell was very strong, especially in the medium tires, but he couldn't replicate the same time with the soft tires. So let's see what he has to provide during the quali session. Antonelli approaching the hairpin and getting ready for his first quali lap. The McLarens are still in the pit lane. I think they are very comfortable regarding their pace, so they will be, I think, the last to get out of the pit lane. 2 minutes down. The tires, mandated tires for the quali sessions are medium tires for both SQ1, SQ2, the soft tire for the final Q3 session. The tire delta is not much between the medium and the soft. Verstappen on the first push lap. He is going for his first lap. First sector 24.576. Nice sector from first sector from Max Verstappen. He means business. Turn 7. He is on turn 7 now. Nice control. This car seems to be in pretty good balance. No problem for Max to maneuver the corners. First lap for Bordelletto 133.693, then followed by Antonelli. Here a very slow lap. Let's see. Final two corners for Max Verstappen. Going into the hairpin. So no doubt with the flying lap 132.232. And Verstappen is 132.329. The last corner will be much more animated considering the track limits, as we had seen many disqualifications in the last previous races that we have had here. Okay, Ferraris were solid, so let's see how can they replicate their times. Now as Hamilton is on a flying lap, both green sectors for him. Antonelli is behind Verstappen's time. Leclerc is 0.1 second, 1/10 behind Verstappen. Hamilton might have a good lap. He is very comfortable. The car looks hooked rounded the track. Good signs for Ferrari. One last corner for Hamilton. He is playing with the white line and he's the fastest on track right now with 132.229. Antonelli jumps to third 132.663. Good run from. And we have 1-2 Leclerc with the second fastest time. We have 1-2 Ferrari right now after the first runs. Norris and Piastri on their runs for the pole lap, who is definitely a favorite for this lap. Okay, he has green sectors, no purple sector for Norris. Piastri has the fastest middle sector right now. Norris is using all the track that he can have so that he can extract everything out of the car. And he is P3. Lando Norris is P3. And Piastri goes to the top of the timing sheets with 131.723. Monster lap, mega lap. Half a second gap from Hamilton. That's a great lap. I think he's done for the first session. He will be happy, pretty happy with his run. So Alonso with the flying lap 132.121. Who are the top five? Top bottom. We have Sainz, Behrman, Bortoleto, Ocon, and Russell. 5 minutes left for the first SQ1 quali session. Antonelli was very animated. He brushed the gravel on the last corner. Okay, Russell is on a flying lap. He is 4 tenths up on Sunoda's time. Sunoda is the driver at risk for the first quali session. Alonso has the fastest sector on the first lap. Very nice. Russell almost at the end of the lap. He's just the hairpin and final only one more turn left. Let's see how his time. Hope he doesn't have any track limits. And it's sixth. P6 for George Russell. P6. Okay, so at the end of the first runs, we have Tsunoda, Sainz, Behrman, Bortoleto, and Ocon. Tsunoda is a surprise. I was hoping that he would definitely or easily qualify for into Q2, but let's see. He still has one run left. Lawson, Alonso with a mega lap. That Aston Martin definitely has some pace. Let's see the sector times. Okay, let's see the sectors. Fastest sector for first sector is Alonso, then followed by Piastri, and the final sector is for Leclerc. So the Aston Martin definitely has some pace. Let's see at the speed traps. What do we have at Leclerc? Sector 1, he is the top speeder, 282. For the second sector, 277. Russell at the finish line is 272. And at the speed trap, Lawson and Verstappen, they are leading the charts with their top speed. So, okay, just under 3 minutes left for the quali first session. Let's see who wins the battle. Doohan at risk at the moment. Carlos Sainz getting ready for his final push, I'm guessing. Okay, Lawson starts his push lap. Gasly is also on a push lap, followed by Sainz. Gasly on an improvement to 8th. Doohan to 8. Nice run from Doohan. Sainz and Tsunoda at the brink of being eliminated at the first session. Let's see what happens. Sainz Sainz has a personal best in the first sector, but he needs to find more time, else he is in the brink of being eliminated. Hazard also has a personal best, but he's 13th. He's safe, but he'll try to improve his time. Stroll also owns a personal best. Both Williams are doing well, so we have a chance they will go into the second. Sainz is ahead of Stroll's time. Hazard is also having a great lap, only 3 tenths down from Piastri's time. Everyone is on a personal best. Stroll is also on a personal best. Stroll just 2 tenths down from Piastri's time. Albon to P8. Lawson, I think, has backed out. Antonelli to P3. Very nice lap from the young Italian. Carlos Sainz goes to P9 and easily qualifies for the next part of the session. Hajar P5, Lawson 15th, a very bad run. Stroll to P9. The Aston Martins are flying. P9 for Sunoda, both the Racing Bulls into Q2. Bortoleto to Q2. Great run from the Brazilian. Lawson is out. Lawson is out. Again, a disappointed weekend for Lawson. He has loads to do. He will be under immense pressure. Verstappen 131.916. Norris top of the charts 131.316. Behrman to P9. Very nice. Hamilton topping the charts. That Ferrari is really showing its true pace today. Can Hulkenberg make it through? He is currently 18th. No, Bortoleto out qualifies his teammate for the second time. It's Bortoleto 2, Hulkenberg 0. Great run from the Brazilian. So, 5 drivers that we lose after Q1. Okay, let's listen to what Lawson has to say.
Mate, I'm really sorry, but honestly, I could not get the tyres down.
The Ferraris and the McLarens look decent in the first round. Verstappen has a lot of time to cover. Let's see what he has to do in the second SQ2. Oliver Behrman outqualifies Ocon. That's a big shock. Or we can say a step forward by Ollie Behrman after his horrendous Australian Grand Prix, after he crashed 2 times during the race weekend. But he definitely managed to complete the entire race. So that was a good positive that he took from the Australian Grand Prix, and that confidence has boosted him, and he has qualified for the SQ2 session. Can he go to SQ3? A bad day for Hulkenberg fans. He is definitely shocked. He cannot believe that he is P8, P19. He was really surprised. He cannot believe that he is P19. He is very disappointed. Helmut Marko had written him off like he was a C grade driver, but Bortoleto is showing his skills that he is not just a B grade driver. He's here to stay for the long haul. So the Ferraris and the McLarens are definitely in the hunt, and Hamilton seems to have got the pace, and Norris might have to pull something out of the bag if he wants to get the first pole, the first sprint of our 2025 season. So SQ1 done. For our viewers who have joined, the 5 drivers who got eliminated in the first round were Doohan, Gasly, Ocon, Hülkenberg and Lawson. The McLarens are running very low to the ground. They are sparking as they go down the straight, main straight, finish straight. So the second qualification SQ2 will start soon. The time is 10 minutes and the mandated tire for this session will be the medium tire, the same tire which was used in SQ1. Let's check the sectors. So Norris has the advantage in the first sector, but Hamilton is dominating the last 2 sectors. Norris is, as you can see, losing about 1/10 of time in the second sector and 3/10, almost 3/10 in the final sector, whereas Hamilton is only losing about 2/10 in the first sector to Norris. So Norris has some catching up to do to Hamilton in the second and third sector, but don't count out Verstappen, as we all know that he can always pull out that magic performance when required. But he is optimistic that the car will perform and they are learning every day. Okay, SQ2 is on the way, underway, and the first car on track is Kimi Antonelli. So we have only 10 minutes. So as during the first run, both the Mercedes are on track. Alpine, both the drivers were eliminated in the first session. So in a hard day for them. Hopefully they can qualify better for the final race. Okay, for now we have on track it's Antonelli, then followed by Russell, then Bortoleto, then Verstappen, then Norris, then Piastri. Then comes out Hamilton. 9 minutes left in SQ2.